Welcome and thank you for volunteering your time to the Symbian Consumer Marketing Focus Group. Your opinions are valuable to us and we want to know what they are. Tell us everything. 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 Tell us everything. 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 Thing.
evening, everyone. Hope you all are having a good time. New Banlist dropped. It's probably not fully live on JNet yet, but we'll play around that. We'll just put it in the title and hope that people respect it. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Ixaron. Immediately what I wanted to do was build freedom. That's like what I was thinking about. It's like, oh, I had this old freedom. But I kind of want to try different things. I want to try an even greedier freedom now that I don't have to get my rig bounced by Drago. Let's go for really, really big stuff. Oh, I'm glad Ixaron. I've been chipping away the cube a little bit. I spent like an hour going through agendas I might want to look at. So I'll have to do some follow-up about that at some point. But yeah, this is gonna be Nobkari Freedom, and we're gonna put in. I'm gonna go maximum greed, a Palangi, a consume. Let's go with 2 Pudlat. We got 3 influence. I suspect Pinhole Threading is still a good card. And we'll put in a Deuce's Wild to round it out. Amakua is also a good shout, probably. And then we've got a Yusuf or 2. Los De La Roche CTM. It's gonna go out at its lowest point ever. That's my goal. Make it rotate. But so I'm not sure what you're talking about with glaring oversights. I imagine it's like Trash or Busto doesn't rank it too highly. I'm gonna try to not get diverted for an entire stream to argue about draft things a bit, but I do want to find out what your paperclip. Let's see, where are we for? Oh shit! Sorry, I can't not hit that. That's really important. Choosing committee. I mean. 128 isn't bad. I don't know, it probably... Well, I mean, like... Well, it's definitely better than Phylotic. But, like, honestly, these top 100 cards are pretty good. Like, there's definitely stuff I personally would put it up above, but yeah, it seems somewhat reasonable. I think we probably want liberated accounts. We definitely want daily casts. We need to run some MKs. We need to run some Black Orchestras. That should be a 2. We definitely want some Paladins. And we need some Hippos. We are doing some Freedom. Freedom is good pals with our buddy Arms Dealer, though I don't think we're actually pulling any weapons. I think you could think about pulling, like, if you're actually going to rely on MK Ultra and Black Orchestra, I think there's a not terrible argument. Oh, Imp, thank you. I knew I was forgetting something. There's a not terrible argument that, like, if you ever have to boost to break a second time, running something like a Poison Vial might not be the worst spend of influence. Like, you cut the Palanki and you cut Pinhole Threading, and you put in a weapon. Yeah, no, thank you everyone for pointing out that I definitely need the best viruses probably ever printed of Botulus and Fermenter. Cookbook. I feel like Cookbook's a nice to have, not a must have. And like we definitely need like steel skin scarrings. We probably want moshings. Is admin just to pull, consume, and maybe fermenter? Also Palangi. Also Yusuf. Also Amakua. Like, I'm not too worried about admin not firing. Like, we've got... Yeah, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plausible targets. most of which I probably won't be sad. I actually, you know what? I think let's cut a moshing and try 3 raindrops cut stone. I actually think that the card is sick. We could definitely, like, there's definitely other ways you could go. Yeah, we are just singling for the win here, which is maybe not the way you need to go. But I feel like Imp and singles is pretty good. The problem with twinning, I was just about to throw one of twinning it. I think it's only Poemu. I think it's our only source that we can work with. You could put a Stargate in, definitely. So Vile does play well with the awkward bin breakers, but Pelongi plus Paperclip well, not secretly. It is just basically the most efficient breaker I think in the game. And with Knobkery, you don't even have to worry about getting purged out. One of Finality is probably a good shot. Yeah, you could try Attack Me Freedom. I think Attack Me Anarch has some structural issues that Attack Me Crim maybe doesn't. But that's something we'll have to wait and see. Man, draw is tough here. I think you want DreamNet. Do you want to? Let's put 1 in. I think we're going to immediately cut all the raindrops, cut stone, because we really need the draw. Man, if Asmund Pudlat said virus, weapon, or cybernetic, I think he'd be sick. But 2303 freedom. Yeah, actually, I suspect I don't need 3 Botuluses, and I probably actually, hold on. We're just going to immediately make that change. We're going to go down to 2 Botuluses. We're going to cut... How much do I think I'm going to get wrecked by Magnet? Probably a lot. So, James, Knobkery, maybe you're not familiar with, basically means that we don't have MU problems. So... Knobkery is going to give us +3 MU, and we will just juggle a lot for our other stuff, because we're not trying to build a fixed Doom rig. We're just trying to be efficient and frustrating. Let's cut a daily casts, and a moshing. And we're going to put... no, let's put the moshing back in, and we'll put in 2 gachapons. And we'll see how this flows. How many whiffs... How many hits do I have on gachapon? 7, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I think that's enough to very rarely miss. So... oops, I already have Jinteki open, so... 2303. 3D freedom. New ban list. YouTube, Twitch. All right. So Botulus doesn't actually gain its counter per turn. Thanos PKC, our game plan is that multi-access is overrated and that we're just going to outskill our opponents. Now, are we going to? I doubt it, but so my running joke for the Snare Bears has been that that basically all of them are allergic to multi-access cards. And I'm biased, but I think it's not that hard of a case to make that Snarebears have been the best performing team in the world. I actually don't think I want to break an Endless Eula. We're going to draw... Okay. So I'm actually just going to go for the second run on HQ here. No, I'm fine with that. We've got 9 credits. They're going to fire Rashida and then stay credit even. So they can... Oh, okay. So they're just going to have an early Ares. That's fine. So we're just going to play Steel Skin. We're going to install a Fermenter, install a Gachapon. And then we'll install Asmund, and we will put Consume on there. And we will put Amakua on there. Oh, yes, we definitely can get an Enhance. And we can do the Super Enhance. Okay. I think we're going to actually move Consume to the grip. We can't actually... can we run here? Not really. But there's not a strong need to run yet. That will let us run next turn, so we should be okay. Oops. Ooh, are we scoring again? That we are. Alright, just Beal off the board. Cool, so we'll just start checking things next turn. We will spend 3 here. Then what we'll do, I think, is... Is this optional? You may. Okay, so we're gonna not put that in our grip, I think. I don't... This is... J-Nut's bad for having faces on it, so we're just gonna... Tuck me in right here. That should be okay. So I think it's... Oh, I forgot to trigger my whatever. Okay, so we're going to click for 6, run HQ. No action here. We'll take down... Let's see, I would take 2 tags probably. I think I'm okay with letting the DBS live for a moment. Let's poke the top of R&D here. Okay. Well, I'm going to lose my Amakua here, but I think I don't mind. They actually should probably, almost certainly bounce the Asmund. Oh, interesting. That is definitely not the card I would bounce here. I think I'm going to just last click install a Fermenter, and we're going to just try and remember to use our Gachapon at the start of the turn here. Oh, I forgot the Maryland Man. I wasn't going to lock the top of R&D. So that R&D run was not strictly correct, but the biggest thing here is we just need to make sure we're very diligent with our econ, because we've played 2 of our best run events already. Okay, Black Orchestra Finality, MK Ultra, Paladin Poemu, and Paperclip. So I think we're just installing Paladin. Yeah, I think that's fine. Then we'll shuffle back Blorch. Oh, I actually don't need to shuffle back the Blorch. Whoops. Okay, I think I can reset that, though. The Paperclip. Liberate. We're going to start over. Okay. We're going to shuffle back the Liberated, the MK, and the Paperclip, I think. And I guess I will pop the Amakua back to my grip now. We will Botulus this down for 1 credit. We will go and run the server. Now I actually don't care so much if my stuff gets bounced. Nico campaign. I don't really want this to live, but it is a lot of tags if I don't. This is tricky. This is definitely a tricky one. Definitely feeling being a little light on econ here. I know there's a shipment from Vladisbirsk. I think keeping them out of econ is really important. So we're going to use imp, trash the card. We're going to take 3 tags. Then we're going to... am I going to remove the tags this turn? Probably I need to be a little bit wary of market forces. So doing something like... run HQ, get rid of Vladisbirsk, and remove a tag is okay. I don't think that turn was particularly accurate. I think I'm going to spend a lot of time clicking for credits, clearing these 2 tags, letting my fermenter tick up, installing like 1 or no cards. Because basically, I think at this point, I want to only install cards if they're free. Are we getting No, we're not getting HHN here. We're a credit above that, which is good. Yeah, I guess actually that was a good reason to trash that is because it was, well, no, they could have still clicked for credits for the HHN. They don't have enough credits to score unless they res a Nico and whatever, so I think I'm okay to just go click for credits, remove a tag, click for a credit. We're gonna play this slowly and carefully. Spin Doctor res, Spin Doctor pop. We're only on 1 tag now. We've got 6 credits on fermenter, but we can't really afford to do it till we're at 8. Opponent's very, very low to the ground here. We're gonna install consume, click for 2 credits, clear the tag, and then start trying to play again next turn. The Amani Sinai trace on the fermenter is potentially a problem. Because it's so much of our econ plan here. Yeah, I'm guessing server 10 actually might be the agenda here. Because I don't think they put anything valuable in server 7. Yeah, okay. I at least got it right that they put nothing valuable in server 7. Yeah, okay. So they're going to get the fermenter bounce here, which is definitely unfortunate. No action there. Yeah, the Ares score definitely was a problem for this. And also the fact that, like, maybe we don't have enough econ because I've only drawn 3 econ cards here. Oy, oy, oy. I mean, that's just not relevant here. Oh my goodness, what? Wow. Okay. No trash here. Seeing the same Spin Doctor 3 times, and we know it's the same Spin Doctor because the other ones are out in the game. Yeah, I don't... Man. Okay, so I definitely need a little bit more econ here. Or I just didn't draw. Like, I suspect this deck is just too light on draw. Right, when we look at econ... I mean, we've got this... Yeah, I can definitely play with some econ states, but... Okay. Okay. I maybe didn't. Actually, trashing that Malia, I think, was wrong. Because now I can't contest the Vladisbirsk that's in hand. I'm going to check the top of R&D here, which doesn't actually lock us anything, but okay, IP block is somewhat good to know. But yeah, like, if you think about it, we've got 27 cards left in our deck. We're not drawing enough. We're not making enough econ. We're being too greedy on trying to do stuff on the board. I don't know why I trashed the Malia. I only have a virtual resource installed. Going after the Amani would be fine. Going after the DBS would be fine. I mean, I feel like there's the agenda has to be in hand if we're playing this way. Okay, so I think we're going Tag Me, but we might be okay with going Tag Me. Because we can run here. Yeah, it's true, Xavier. You can run server 14. We'll pay 1 to trash that. Let's see. Those are both equivalent cards, so I actually don't care which gets bounced. And we will click for 6 and hope that we didn't lose. We do actually need to deal with the DBS now. That's actually the most important card to get rid of on this board state, because draw shipment from Vladisbirsk. Well, yeah. With 9 tags, we actually just need to stop and trash the shipment from Vladisbirsks. DBS is a way to do that. So we're gonna draw, install knob, run server 6. We will imp. And then we're just gonna leave that on the top of R&D. So 11 tags. So that's going to take us and clear. Yeah, it's going to take us 3 turns to clear. We have the credits to do it. They don't actually have a lot of money, though. They have enough. Draw. I think it actually is relevant to run HQ here. Make them res the IP block. Okay, well, they're better than that. They didn't res the IP block, which means that they can go for the win. Oh, interesting. That's not the move I would expect. We're going to draw Gachapon, run HQ.
We bring you this NBN special report.
We can imp that. And then we can run HQ again. So we're definitely in a bad spot because Shipment Vladisbirsk does just win the game here. And yeah, they're doing the smart thing. Let's see, what can I get down? Gotcha for Yusuf. Yep, that's what I'm trying to do. Didn't get it, but moshing we definitely want. Steelskin Scarring we definitely want. I mean, none of these other cards matter, right? So, let's see. Draw. Draw. There's the Yusuf. A little bit late, but now we're just going to run HQ. Oh, that's true. I probably do want to take care of the oops. We'll imp that. And then we'll discard the Black Orchestra. And next turn we can do something like Imp Amani, steal the Beal, run HQ. Yeah, Ixaron. The song we were just listening to was... Oh, actually, I don't have it. I think it's one of... I actually don't know the specific song. I think it's... I think it was Breaking News, brackets NBN, off of the Always Be Running Netrunner album. So the original one. Okay, so we're going to run server 5. Place a virus counter on imp. We will freedom Amani. Take 2 tags. We will check server 15. That's fine. We'll run HQ. Match the strength of IP block. Break 1 barrier subroutine. Oh, I guess I should just give myself the plus tag here, but... no action. And we'll run HQ. Break a barrier subroutine. Yeah, we can imp that. We can trash MK Ultra here. Oh, I can even start locking R&D here. Though, again, lock doesn't actually matter here, because shipment from Vladispirsk gets it. So this is actually where having finality in the deck would be super good. Okay, so it's going to be click 1, consume, click 2. Yeah, it has to be click 1, consume, click 2, run server 7, click 3, run R&D, click 4, run HQ. Oh yeah, getting the hippo down would not be bad either. I think we can... Let's see. 4 plus 3 plus 2... Wait, hold on. Should be back now. There we go. Audio should be back now. But yeah, that's funny actually, because if we had we also saw the same Spin Doctor 3 times, and that Bologna, I have to imagine, has been in HQ for quite a while. Like if we had imped the Bologna, we would just have won the game. Yeah. Yeah, is this list on moshing? Marcus, I think it's only on 2. I do think, like, just having well, like, this is the game where, like, Pelonki, all that nonsense, is going to be the worst, because it's just irrelevant for this matchup. But yeah, when I look at this, it's like basically all econ cards. So, that is a little unfortunate, but yeah, I did cut one moshing for raindrops and then cut the raindrops. Yes, I remember. And it probably is right to go back to 3 moshings, or to put some raindrops back in, one of the two. I think raindrops is quite good, and this is a list that's looking to run aggressively and is a bit engine-y, but we'll play a couple more games and kind of see where we stand. I honestly, fuck this. Like, oh my god. I mean, this is a really good hand, so whatever, but like, one of the dumbest ideas ever. We're gonna hope that finality gets us here, I think, in this matchup. Oh, of course we drew that a click late. Oh, well, I should have... well, yeah, yeah, this is my problem with moshing in this version of Freedom that's not as good as the, like, last Snare Bear Freedom. Because it's much more engine-y and, like... Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Oh, we've got pinhole threading. We're fine. Okay. So what are the 3 cards like? Because, like, Hippo is worth its weight in gold. Pinhole threading is really good here. So we're going to just do nothing for a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I'm only playing one of most breakers, which is why I do think maybe Raindrops Cut Stone is the better card here. Oh, Dream Nut's really good. Is it though? It's actually pretty bad this game. Do I have my 3 raindrop target? I think I do. Let's hit these. Beautiful. That's what you want to see. Yeah, we'll just go something like draw, liberated. Yeah, I think Marcus, that's a nice point. Is that because I'm not playing enough copies of Bin Breakers? Man, I mean, this person's just trying to make sure that no one has a good time. I would not be too shocked to see an arc lockdown here. This is like the worst possible time to do this, but like whatever. Yeah, this is why it's a worst time. Well, it can just do this, but like, Jesus. We're in for an absolute grinder matchup. I've got all my bin breakers except MK. I should probably be putting some pressure on rather than complaining. Because complaining doesn't help me win. Applying pressure to the runner to the corp does. We've got plenty of money still. We've got access to our breakers, so it's probably pop fermenter for 12. And just like start doing things. Yeah, I should have probably tried to save the hippo for a turn where I actually go and do a lot of stuff. But all right. Let's go and clear out R&D here while they're low on credits. All right. Well, that doesn't feel too bad. Let's remove this tag last click. My opponent might get my MK Ultra in the bin for me. Well, I probably can't be quite that greedy. Now I feel like I can be fairly greedy. Nope. We'll fully break Ice Wall. And yeah, we'll hippo it. I know it's a low value hippo, but we're just gonna use all of our hippos. Now I can run HQ very safely, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm not actually respecting the snare, which very clearly I need to be doing against this person. Okay. But, yeah, they're doing some tag and bag shenanigans, it looks like. And we probably don't run R&D until we draw our finality here. I'm going to pinhole threading, run archives. Access this. Hostile architecture. I will pay 4 to trash that. I don't feel like dealing with price X that also have hostiles up. Then we'll just draw again. I think I'm okay with moshing all of these cards. It's maybe a little bit worrying if this person goes full-on grinder. To go through my cards this quickly. I think what I might do is Belongi, click for 10, draw a card. This isn't a terrible purge here, which is why I put this... I'm doing some weird stuff here. Okay, so what we're going to do is really hope that we draw our hippo. We don't. We could finality, though, because none of these cards do anything, and we might just win the game. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough to me. I don't think we need to install Black Orchestra from the heap. We will take a tag. We will make this a barrier. We will spend 2 virus counters and fully break. We see a hedge fund. We can trash a spin doctor, steal a hostile. No action on the ice wall. We will move tag. Draw a card. And there's our hippo. Hopefully it doesn't get damage out of our hand randomly. We can actually go after this funhouse if we so choose. I think it's probably better to go after this remote. No deuces in this list because we're spending our influence on Palangi and Asmund. Now you might argue that that's a terrible choice, and I think you'd probably be correct. But it is the choice I made. So I think the plan... Okay. And that's the game. Thank goodness we got out of that one. GG. Okay. So we did eat some ice. But that basically draws 2. Yeah, it's 2 credits, draw 2, basically. The thing is that, like, oh yeah, drawing our consume is really valuable. Drawing Amakua is valuable. Drawing Fermenter and Botchless can be valuable. But I suspect it is more reliable to get, instead of paying the premium in influence and slowness, to just put deuces in, put moshings in, put in more breakers. Especially if we start seeing a lot more, like, aggro HP. This sort of list is pretty greedy for HB, and is probably not good. But, yeah. And I honestly probably should have blown up the early game harder there. But yeah, so I think, like, if you want to make this deck better, I actually don't know if you need Consume. And you almost certainly don't need Palangi. You could look at cutting, like, the Pudlat, Palangi, Consume, putting in, like, boomerangs. Probably playing Stargate or a second Finality. I would love to see if, like, Wake Implant could do something for you. Like, that seems like an alternative fun thing where it does what you want to do, which is run HQ, and then turn that into R&D accesses late in the game. And the meat damage is not a huge cost for you. So you could do cybernetic freedom, potentially. So, like, yeah, against, like, a slow Glacier Corp, I don't think I would mind going something like Daily Casts, Asmund for Fermenter and something. Probably, I don't know what, but this is not a keepable hand against Sports Metal, whereas this hand is much better against Sports Metal. It's not great, but the fact that, yeah, we're very short on draw. Already, raindrops cut stone. Actually, it'd be fun to just go gamble arch raindrops cut stone, but I actually think this is maybe fine. And we're just gonna run R&D last click. Biotic, okay. There's a good number of stuff at 0 to 2 that we can trash. And like trashing biotics is like so arguably the reason you should be playing Freedom right now is for the sports medal matchup where you can disrupt them more easily. Now, I don't know if that's going to manifest in practice, but it's definitely the theory. We also aren't playing 0, which honestly I might prefer over moshings, just from how it's gone so far. I think you make them have it here. Drafter is annoying, but that's about it. Okay, that's fine. And you still have to pay to trash it. Wild. Okay, well that tells me something. Oh my goodness, the drafter into the Mr. Hendrick. I guess actually I just run this back and oh no, I don't have any remaining clicks, so I can't actually go after Mr. Hendrick, but I can go after it late next turn. And we got the Biotic Labor, which is what I was actually going in there for. And now we're going to just run R&D. Steal GFI, let's go! Let's go! 0 is tough too with not lots of good targets, and you already have moshing, but you are on Stargate's Mad Dash, so it could be good. Yeah, I think the idea behind 0 is not that like, oh, I've got good targets. It's that, well, if a card's not doing, if I'm not installing a card now, it's not, like, I shouldn't be bothering. Like, it should just go. I almost wonder if this turn is draw, run Spin Doctor, run Server 2. I think that is what it is. It's draw, run Server 3. We know there's a Hendrick in here. So you gotta do something. And maybe this is double Hendrick and I'm being outplayed. I wouldn't put it past Seabass, who is a very respectable player. Yeah, we can... Okay, so I have to trash one of these, and this is the cheaper one to Freedom. Oh, they can't... Right, Hendrick, thank goodness. I keep forgetting that, like, Dev didn't just... Fool is the Mr. Hendrick isn't... I think is, like, the reasonable upgrade trap. I think Nightmare Archive is a trap that I am very frustrated by. I think basically every trap should have real cost to the court beyond just the deck slot, though the deck slot is certainly something. Do I want to get rid... I do just actually want to run R&D twice here and just get rid of Drafter because it slows my game plan down so much if that Drafter gets installed. Because I am a long way away from drawing my one of MK Ultra. Oh, I wonder if that's a blue. Oh, what am I talking about? I have this. What am I doing with my life? What am I actually doing with my life? Let's go. Pinhole threading, OP. And next turn we can slam down Hippo, open up HQ. I think it's just the line. And hope that we pull some points out of there. Because see, I mean, Seabass either hasn't drawn agendas. GFI in ontological sports. Is that... What's your agenda suite? You're probably running the 3 ontos for 6 points. You're going to be running a set of 3 1-pointers for 9. You're going to be running Luminal to go to 11. You're going to be running Vitruvius's go to 17, so maybe it's 1 GFI. Oh, I forgot about Elvigar. Maybe that's your 1-pointer that you're running. Sick rips. Now do I put the Paladin down because I don't think they have more than 3 points in HQ? No, let's go and see because we haven't used Freedom yet. Let's go. Let's run the matchup though. That's great. If there's no ice, okay, there is ice here, so this is where Raindrops Cut Stone would be lit. Okay, so we're just gonna click for some credits here. Next turn. Oh, I forgot that I have a core damage. I haven't even played my finality yet. Where's my core damage coming from? I think it's credit, sure gamble, steel skin, paladin is probably what the turn looks like. Anarcho, I have no idea, but the way I've built this Freedom deck, moshing is not good. But Raindrops, I would not be surprised. Like, Raindrops is a card I liked a lot. Yes, Thanos, that is the true reason, is I'm very clearly not thinking things through. Like, it's actually better, I think, for me to draw here, yeah. I guess we're losing the Paladin credit, but this does, in theory, let me start trying to put some pressure on HQ. How to deal with fast advance, stole their agenda's energy. I mean, that is typically the weakness. With a Biotic Labor. Score an Onto. A blank 3-2, don't hate that. We're gonna just order it. Well, ordering doesn't matter here. That's good. Let's actually just draw again. I feel like it's draw, moshing, whatever the... Like, basically anything I draw, I just moshing here. Throw down Amakua. We're on 5. Opponent's only on 2. I actually feel fairly safe to slow down just a hair. Oh, okay. Opponent's now on 3. So it's going to be draw. Yep, that's a good moshing target. Beautiful. And now I think we can run HQ on our last click, and we can discard the MK. This is Magnet. Boo. We will install Black Orchestra from the heap. Don't ask again why Black Orchestra is installed. I shouldn't have done that. Because I'm not actually breaking this, I think. Yeah, I'm not. So I think next turn is like credit Hippo and then run HQ. And then we just keep pilfering. So installing that Black Orchestra is just definitively wrong, but that's okay. Ooh, here comes the Audacity, so I guess we're... Oh, it's the Luminal. That's pretty bad. Now we're gonna lose. I like how I went from, oh, it's fine, and then all of a sudden, nope, we're definitely gonna lose now. So that's how it goes. Second game in a row where I really wanted Econ, or not second game in a row, but I've definitely wanted Econ this game too. And like Raindrops Cut Stone actually is the card I want in both of these games. I'm gonna say that Seabass isn't pulling the biggest play of all time. Okay, now we see if he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Definitely has it here. 13 cards left in the deck. If he doesn't have it, I'd be shocked. I guess 2 Biotic Labors and an Audacity are gone. I probably should have checked Archives last click. Now that I remember that was... I don't know, Cat. I'm trying it out. This freedom isn't it, but we can tune this freedom to be more sensible and less fun. And get there. I think if everyone switches to sports, it's probably back. Whoa. Wild. Are we value bioticking? Okay. I was about to be like, is that the unheard of value biotic? The fact that I have no credits is indicative of how this game... Oh, never mind. Okay. Should have gone in there last turn. I mean, we are winning. We're 2-1, I think. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna make some edits here. We're gonna cut out bad cards. We're gonna kill our darlings. We're gonna leave this darling in for a moment. Actually, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to an oldie but a goodie in Golo Freedom. I guess that's true. Fermenter has been close. Well, okay, so in the game against Builder of Nations, we clicked consume for 10 credits. But maybe Fermenter is good enough. We're playing Knobkery, which is like the other reason you can run consume. Like, it's to try and make up. Oh, thank you. Oop, that's not what I meant to move. Okay. Okay, so we definitely want to put some deuces in. I think instead of moshings, we're going to try some raindrops. We might cut the daily casts. Games have felt too fast. I like that I'm like cutting econ rather than cutting bad cards. I don't need 2 black orchestras and an Ngolo. So we can probably find some slots for... Let's cut the Liberateds actually for now and put the daily cast back in. I feel like Liberated is more a pack for something else. Did Bankar get better in the post-boat world? I think Bankar got more relevant in the post-boat world. I don't know about... This is the weird thing where it's... To say better, I think we're runner cards don't get better because boat is banned, unless they get better because they don't get better as a first order effect. Did they become stronger relative to the legal cards? That's maybe the one way you could say that Bankar got better, and then, yeah, I guess. But Bankar is the same power level it was before. It's just, is Bankar more relevant? And I don't know what the answer to that question is. Do I need the Amakua if I'm running in Ngolo? Just to get the 3rd pinhole threading in? Let's save this as a copy. Oh, yeah. I like discard the changes. Cancel edits. Yeah, I don't know what, like, I'm expecting to see more op, not less. So, like, I'm not super high on Bankar if that was the thing you were worrying about. Nope, you're totally right. I suspect an SMC is better here. What the trick is, do we cut the consume, some copy of, like, some version of this? Then maybe we'll put 2 zeros in. Okay, we'll give this a shot. Yeah. Okay. So this is a very different list than the last one we were running. You're really enjoying the Lu version of Ngolo Freedom. Tell me on why you do that in Lu rather than Freedom. Oh, James, I would say the reason that we didn't see more op was because of endurance, and I suspect we're going to see more. And there was a lot of incidental tech that was making it really hard to play, and like maybe people play more targeted tech. But if people play more targeted tech, I feel less bad about including the counter tech. Yeah, I mean, pinhole threading, I think, is just a very, very strong card in Freedom, even without Drago being around. Like, let's say this is Anoetic Void PD, which I think is a reasonably likely. Then pinhole threading is going to be very, very valuable. So honestly, we might just throw it away. But even just sniping out Rashida is not bad. Yeah, this hand is just the most gas. Do I RDS? No, I Paladin here. And then like click 1 RDS next turn. Yeah, so I think Foil Flaws, the idea was, oh, maybe I'll go down to 2 pinholes, 1 deuces, and get the SMC in for the Ngolo Consume engine. I mean, yeah, just raindrop cut stone. Hit me with your best shot. Okay, so this is 2 draw a card. No, I don't draw a card. So this is just gain 2, make a run. And it's a little bit low value, to be honest. It really does kind of need to hit something. I might actually run server 1 here. Yeah, Cold Lava, that's the op I'm looking at going to first, is instead of playing combo kill op, just playing sports op. Man, freedom paying off, saving us a whole credit so far this game. I mean, this is just like, I feel a little bad for someone saying, oh, my deck's really bad, and I'm coming in and just having an absolutely murderous draw here. Like, this draw is brutal for the runner. I think, well, so Skunk Rush to me is sort of sports in op. And maybe that's the wrong way, like, those are actually different decks. But to me, it is Rush Ob that has Skunkworks as a backup plan. Oh, interesting, Cold Lava. I could believe that, to be honest. Like, Ob is a really good Rush deck. I mean, like, man, I have to say, this deck already feels way better than what we were doing before. It is just flowing so silky smooth. That's got to be an NGO front. I'm going to respect my opponent and say that that's an NGO front. But I'm not going to respect my opponent playing Snare. That's the line we're going to go for here. Next. Okay, great. Probably should have, if I wasn't going to respect Snare, really not respect Snare. Have I played 0 yet? I have. Okay. Yeah, we can just draw again here. Oh, perfect. So we can go Imp Dirty Laundry 0 here. Oh, Jamie, before this, I was just playing a worse version of Freedom. I was playing Asmund Pudlat and, like, Pelungi and all that stuff. This is just, like, classic good stuff. So this is just, like, I took out some cute cards for just more efficient, smooth econ. Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be a Deuces replacement. Like, that actually feels like a very just nice little card to have around for runners at the moment. Am I bold enough to say I can break anything on 7 credits? I think I can break anything on 7 credits. 2 to paint, 2 to boost, 3 to break. That beats basically every ice in the game. It beats almost every ice in the game. Oh, man. Wow. This is something. Wow, I got greeted there. Holy moly. And we will... I mean, it doesn't matter. It's one counter either way. We'll imp this because it's our only run of the turn. Two Biolic, 2 Audacities felt good. Yeah, the reason I always want to do kill is if you do 1 Biolic, 1 Bass, you have all the pieces for the kill combo. And I'm like, oh, it's only 3 slots to get the kill combo. And it's like, but then you start playing your deck badly to get the kill combo going. And it becomes a real problem. Oof. Oh shit. Buy 0. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what people do with Ob. I think it's got a lot of different possibilities, so I'm can't wait to see where it goes. Like, what was I playing last week? Last week I was playing 2 Mana Garm, 1 Bass, with the idea that sometimes if they run your border control on the wrong click, then you can just Bass them. Yeah, I mean, this deck is definitely on the sillier side of good op lists, but I suspect that you can just make a good op list. Do I hard install this paperclip just so that I don't get... Oh. That's probably wrong, but at the same time I'm going to 18 credits. Yeah, cold lava. That's really been my thing. It's like the... Wait, did they advance that to 5? Or am I going crazy? I'm just going crazy. Okay, cool. Boop. Oh, wow. Okay. That's lucky for us that we didn't access the tier. I guess I should have known that this was going to be ganked. I literally wasn't thinking about it. It's going to be, what, 2 ganked and a Hendrick or something? Oh. Oh, wow, that's a server. That's a server, though. I don't think you really want ganked Hoary Managar, but when the runner does punch through, that's brutal. I think if you put border control in over the ganked, you might like that does a bit more, but that's very much my personal taste for PD lists that don't run tier. Hey Andre, so I started the stream off playing what I call Greedy Freedom, where we're playing Asmon Pudlat, Palongi, Consume, Amakua, all that stuff. And I had multiple games in a row where it felt super clunky. And so now I've played one game with this where I cut all those cards, went to Ngolo, Consume, SMC, put in Deuces Wilds, put in Raindrops Cut Stone, put in Zeros, and boy, it really feels smooth. Not a bad goal, though. Good against boat are probably still good. But yeah. Oh, what is this anti-gang sentiment? Yeah, for me, who... I tried some Reg Hoshiko with Ma, Turbine, and Begulter today. Oh boy. Sounds rude. I think all the cards, barring Ma, are getting cut. Yeah, I think this is the really interesting thing, where I feel like everyone agrees that Turbine is kind of a fucked up card. But also it's really not relevant to the meta that people are playing into right now. And I think there's a decent, like, it's not unreasonable to make an argument that, hey, we don't want a meta where it's impossible to go Glacier and no one goes Glacier because Turbine exists. I think that's a pretty solid argument. But I think it's like, we're not even seeing the Turbine in the first place, which I think is interesting. Man, this hand's also gas. Like 2 hippos is a bit dicey, but 2 run event econ cards and a fermenter is pretty nice. Cause yeah, I just get to RDS click 1 here, and Noodle Soup I think basically has to res. And there's not a ton of relevant punishments at this point in the game. Yeah, this is great. I draw 2 cards. That's sick, though. No, but y'all, but that's peak value. Okay, so we're looking. I mean, this might actually just be some good stuff, but Wave is definitely a little suspicious. There might just be bloops and border controls. I don't think that's unreasonable. I'm actually, okay, seeing that this is a spin doctor, I'm a little bit surprised at the border control res. Actually a little bit surprised. I don't know that I like it that much. Because if you res the spin doctor and draw 2, and I don't get to draw cards off of it, what value have I actually generated? Okay, the question is, do I botchless here? Or, like, do I try and disrupt this score? No, I think I'm going to botchless HQ. That's where I want to go long term. Sick rips. I mean, if you're not going to res the ice, you do want to make it a little more valuable. So we're going to score an off-world here. Yeah. Let's play our steel skin. I mean, geez, this is just going so smoothly, though. I think we just draw again, ditch the paperclip. We have the Knobkery now, too. Man. This feels buttery smooth. Yeah, but Andre, that is a good point. There's going to be a lot of cards that people are not familiar with playing around, because now people have to play non-boat, and that requires a whole different way of thinking about the game. So I think my turn might actually be something like... Do I click this? I think I'm actually okay with my opponent spending a whole turn to purge here. So I'm going to try and bait that. Yeah, Sebastian, I think that's the thing, is that, like, Turbine in this conceptual world where the Corp is playing really, really fair is quite good. In the world of Netrunner that we live in, and I'll be frank, I think we have lived in since, like, 2015, I'm not sure it's great. Yeah, Marcus, I think that's actually the right play most of the time, is to just let the runner get a successful run and make 2 credits. So I think as the runner, you hold your raindrops until they have a remote where they install a card in it. I think Spin Doctor is one of the interesting cases where you can get value out of it and not res the ice. But let's say that was a Rashida, which is what I was reading it as, or a Nico campaign, or like, then you probably do want to protect it. Marilyn, you can probably let me check. Wow, so we're going to get a 12 credit fermenter off here, I think. Maybe not, actually. Seems like our opponent's going to make us work for it if we want to do it. Maybe we won't be super greedy and we'll just take a 10 credit fermenter. Just a 10 credit fermenter. Then we can install a Yusuf. Let's... I guess we actually have threat on server 1 here, right? So let's go and look at it. We will not install paperclip from the heap, I think. Because I don't need to spend the money right now. We will fully break Echo, and then we will hippo it, I guess. We will not install paperclip. We will break 1 barrier subroutine. I'm okay with my opponent gaining 1 credit here. There's nothing I want to pull out with SMC here. Before a successful run. Oh, it's another Spin Doctor. Okay. Yeah, so there's maybe a case for me getting the fermenter here, but I don't think that's actually correct. We're going to draw here. I think that seems okay. Next turn, I think we want to start running at HQ because opponent is only on 6 credits, which is maybe an argument for having actually broken the border control, but I think I want the 3 counter Botulus more. Yeah, I think Raindrops Cut Stone is a very interesting card because my hunch, I think everyone's like, oh man, there's so many subroutines that you can't afford to let fire as the runner, and don't think about how many subroutines they actually already routinely let fire, and that Raindrops Cut Stone lets you get a little bit of value out of. Okay, 10 credits makes the HQ run a little bit less valuable, but I think it's probably still okay because we can slap down a Hippo and then run HQ. And probably do a bit of damage here. We probably should have also thrown down the Imp. I'm realizing throwing down the Imp would be pretty good. Okay. So they grabbed a Bloop. That's fine. I don't think I particularly care about Bloop. We'll just keep putting them on Botulus for now. And, oh look, there's the Bloop. Let's just draw. Ooh, Dream Net's very, very good for us. We'll draw again here. Yeah, I probably don't want to run through this wave forever, but while wave is their only rezzed thing, I'm probably okay running through a pop-up. I don't feel like I need to hippo a pop-up. That seems a little bit excessive. So my turn might be DreamNet Imp run HQ. And we're just going to try and lock centrals here. Yeah, playing fully operational as a beanstalk is rough. I say as someone who's had to do it more than he would like. That's probably Rashida, so there might even be a world where we pinhole here. Knobkari will place a virus counter on Botulus. We will Freedom that. And I think we're just going to Laundry back into HQ. So we're not denying money so much because we are just running through pop-up windows, but I think we're denying other resources, which I think is hoping to win us the game down the road. Alright, so we don't get that many. Okay, well, we have to imp that. Ikawa, good to know, good to know. One Spin Doctor down. We'll probably just have to charge. We have to charge Archives fairly quickly here. It's pretty unusual to see GFI and Ikawa in the same deck because this is probably the only Ikawa, but it's just a bad combination because there's like Ikawa is going to be like this GFI is a card they paid an influence for that's not going to do anything this game. I'm a little shy on credits. So I probably should have popped this SMC for Fermenter. This is annoying for sure. I don't even actually have the money for this. That's unfortunate. I shouldn't have grabbed this in Golo then. That's a mistake. They're just going to add the Ikawa back to hand. That's really quite unfortunate. They can't afford to install it in server 1, I think. But yeah, I should have done the math and clicked for a credit so I could actually beat the drafter. 2 to paint, 2 to boost, 2 to break. I'd actually need to click for 2 credits. Yeah. I could even put the counter on Botulus to get the extra access this turn, going after it. Yeah, having the MK in hand, like, I wouldn't actually mind getting out the MK, breaking it for 7, and then, honestly, it might not be a terrible hippo target. It's probably a terrible hippo target. R&D is probably where I really want to go. Are we installing the Ikoa? Or are you just letting me get the Ikoa? We're installing Bloop from Archives on R&D. That's just, I think, unfortunately going to be pretty bad for you. Because I get to, unless you install an ice immediately, I can just blow it up. So you have to install the ice this turn. 2 to paint, 2 to boost, 3 to break. So it's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap. But now I get to go Raindrops Cut Stone. I can't really let any of the FC3 subroutines fire, unfortunately. But if I had 2 credits, I could. This is still gain 2 credits, draw a card, which is fine for an event, and we get our little oh, hey, another Raindrops Cut Stone. That's nice. I think I'm just looking for a credit here. No, we're drawing a card. Good. I'm glad we drew a card, because going credit, gamble, run R&D is a nice threat here. Oh wow, they had 2 seamless launches in hand. Well, you can't win them all, I guess. Credit, gamble, 2 to paint, 2 to boost, 3 to break is 7. Can I Raindrops Cut Stone? R&D? Let's do it. I'm probably breaking everything here. Wow, no bloop res. Okay, our opponent seems to have learned how they want to play around things. Oh, that's spicy. 2 bloops. 2 bloops. So we're going to match the strength of bloop, where I don't like any of the cards in my hand. So we're going to break these 2 subroutines and let the core damage fire. Okay, well that was the one card I wanted to keep, but whatever. Knobkery, we will place a virus counter on Botulus. We will Freedom a Spin Doctor. We will install a Gachapon. Right, but the whole point of them not rezzing is... oh, yeah. No, the point of them not rezzing is that it's actually good for us if they don't res, right? Because we're still getting accesses, which is what we need to do to win the game. Okay, we got the Fermenter, which is what I was looking for. We'll shuffle back the Black Orchestra, Deuces Wild, and the Finality. So now we get to go install Paladin, 0, Sure Gamble, I think I'm actually going to draw. The reason being, I mean, if that's a Rashida, like my opponent's got me, got a soul read on me. I think I actually want to be running R&D here. The reason being, man, I can't believe I still have this MK Ultra in my hand. The only way they can res Bloop right now is resing another Bloop. One's playing Restore. What? What are they? That's wild. Okay, yeah, I think my turn is just like install daily casts, hit the 0, go from there. Because there's not threats on the board. If there become threats on the board, plans have to change. My ideal way to win is just a finality through R&D. Okay, so there's maybe threats on the board with, so not huge threats, but probably threats worth respecting. Let's run server 1 here. The downside to this is going to let them res their second bloop on an echo or something, which is definitely a significant downside. But contesting the potentially game-winning remote does seem valuable. Now, probably installing the daily casts was better to do later in the turn rather than now. Oh, I guess no. It was to hit it was to line up the 0, so it wasn't the end of the world, I guess. Are we going to see 2 border controls on this remote? Nope, we're just going to, it looks like, probably let me in. Nope, and nope. And we're going to fully break border control. Gotta click left. So let's see what happens here. Are they going to res a Managar? Yep, that's fine. So we will put a knob curry. We will put a virus counter on. Doesn't actually. Fermenter is actually the best place to put it. We will access this card first. Oh, double Managarm. Interesting. So I guess we're gonna freedom. We're gonna imp. And then we're going to run server 3. Well, my opponent actually pulling my, getting resources out of me, which is very good. Also, wow, I am getting way more viewers than I normally do. Thanks everyone for coming by. I hope y'all are having a good time, and maybe I should explore some other decks so that we're not just watching me play Freedom all night. Because while I enjoy Freedom, I don't know if Freedom's is the deck to beat or not. I'd be a little surprised if it was, but you never know. You never know how these things go. I've maybe once in my life been playing the best deck in the format. Maybe twice. I think I played PD once or twice when it was really good. Here we go again. Here we go again. Alright. I mean, I think the nice thing is I actually can just charge the server 1. Well, I probably have to click... Okay, so I think what I do, maybe... Let me think about this for a second. I think it's like Dirty Laundry Server 2 here. An opponent might be able to keep me out, but I don't think they will. We're going to Knob Curry, place a virus counter on Imp. Then we will spend 2 virus counters to trash Maryland. Now we have 11 credits. I feel much more comfortable running server 1 now. And we're also accumulating some fermenter value here. We might even actually tap the fermenter if this remote turns out to be a bit of a bluff, which it looks like it might be. So I actually might pay the 5 credits here if this is a Managarm. Oh, interesting. We're going to see everything. We'll pay 3. Okay, so we guessed wrong, but... so I think what it is it's going to be install daily casts and click fermenter for 10. And then we're still waiting to find our one of finality to finish off the game. But HQ is also a fairly juicy target. We know it's way Fairchild 3. One's just going to keep installing cards one at a time, which is a little bit of a bummer for us. I think we're going to hit 0 here. Of course, we hit the card we don't want. What's the Gaslight target here? Biotic and fully operational are my 2 guesses. We also see a Restore, so they might just be doing a little bit of some toolboxy stuff. I mean, if my opponent keeps putting cards in here, it's costing me almost nothing to go into this server repeatedly. It's not technically costing me nothing. I'm making slightly fewer viruses than I'm actually getting per turn, but Knobkery, we're going to place a virus counter on Imp, and we will pay 2 to trash a Nico campaign. We will turn consume to always, and we will Botulus loop. Freedom is kind of multi-access, yes. That is my answer to the question, Andre. That's the multi-access I have. I also have a one of finality, which you'll note is a very reliable card to use as a one of. We did shuffle it back, but yeah, I could see a world where the meta is super, super fast and you actually go to 2 finalities. I feel like this is an NGO front. But again, we've got lots of money. There's not lots of immediate threats. Bloop. Or no, sorry, this is Pulse. So I would lose 2 credits and lose a click, so we're just gonna fully break Pulse. Yeah, let's just power that one away. It does mean they can now rest the second bloop on me, so maybe I shouldn't have. But wow, okay. So I actually had to run this click 1 if this is an Ikoa, which would win them the game. That's super cool. Oh wait, no, they've got me. Oh no, they don't because I'm running Imp. Oh, that's a feels bad. That's a feels bad. Against every other runner, this play works. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Actually, let's... Oh. Hold on. Wow, that's super interesting. I like that play. It's like, that's super cool. 2 pulses and an Ikoa is really tricky to steal. So is that Spin Doctor in server 1? It kind of has to be, but yep. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, opponent got run over, but I really like that Pulse Ikoa. I actually think you just don't spend the influence on GFIs here. I don't think they do anything for you. Wow, that's so cool. If I run that not on my first click, I just lose. Wild. That's so cool. GG. So yeah, Iraq. So you have to. So the window. The window for. The window for when you res Anaerotic Void is. Oh shoot! I'm gonna hold on. Let me go and find the timing chart. And we'll just open this up. Where is the bot commands? And like, here we are. Timing. Okay. So, how does a run work? The runner approaches the ice, the runner encounters the ice, and then the movement phase. So, after the... okay, so after I finish breaking the last piece of ice, that is in 3B, we then go to 4A. Did the runner get here from the approach the 3 encounter phase? We now have a paid-ability window. Then I make the decision, do I want to jack out? And then we go to the runner moves to one position inward if possible. Then, finally, we have the paid ability window where you res Anaerotic Void, and then you approach the server if there's no ice left. So you can wait till basically the last possible moment, and in fact the runner may no longer jack out once you res the Anaerotic Void. Hopefully that was a helpful description. And yeah, I think my opponent probably should have just overwritten the Ikoa with a Spin Doctor. But I think basically after the double pulse, unless they have a divert power, which actually sounds kind of fun, they're just kind of out of it. But like divert power and restore to put the border control back, I don't know, maybe that's something. Maybe that's something. Let's very quickly build this. Man, I'm just having a problem with all my mice today. Which probably means it's a me problem, not a mice problem. Okay. So, this is click, tax, ASA. So, I think we're despite this being the whole game plan, I think we're probably only on 2 Ikoas. Which is maybe suggesting that we're not really on this as a major game plan. I mean, this is not actually... Like, this is basically the ASA I always build. Right? This is just the ASA I always build, but we're putting harmonics in. I feel like you run 1 divert power, you run 1 restore, and you run 2 gaslights. And then you run fully operationals and hedge funds. And seamless launches. And then you just fill in the rest of the deck, right? Off-World Office. And Vitruvius. Okay, I guess if we're going to run bloops, right? If we're gonna run bloop, do we also run ontologicals? Is this our agenda suite? Ikoa, Luminal, Offworld, Onto. Just to make them respect the bloops. I don't think so. We'd have to, like, pivot the whole deck to include core damage in it. Vitruvius is yeah, Foil Flaws being the voice of reason here is the better card. Man, I will say, so when doing the drafts 2 weekends ago, we built on Meteor, and I was like, oh, I missed. So in Meteor, when you type something like Rashida, it immediately, and then you type the number, what was it? No, there's something, what was it? Frick. There's something about how Meteor works where it's 1 fewer button presses to get to the cards you want. And like that was I remember that being a huge deal for me back in the day, to the point where I knew that NRDB was the more popular tool, and I was a die-hard Meteor stan because it saved me 1 click per card, or 1 like keyboard stroke per card, which tells you a lot about me, I think. Yeah, I think our opponent shouldn't run the GFI, and this deck probably looks just a little bit smoother. I think Echo is it's maybe fine. What else can we run? Maybe we can try Hagen if everyone's going to just be on this turbine hype train, but I don't think we need it. I think Drafter, quite good. I honestly am probably... Oh, Fairchild 3, also quite good. Just for Andre, make sure that we're wrecking fools with Fairchild 3. Not running Gatekeeper feels like such a waste, though. Oh, and I'm also at 52 cards. We'll cut a wave. We'll cut a Fairchild. I don't want to cut any of these other cards. Can I cut a Seamless Launch? I don't like Seamless Launch. I don't. I just don't. 11 assets is so few. Ugh. This is why I don't... Like, I want to put other ice in. Do you think I don't need Seamless at all? Or do... I feel like Seamless is probably good, but maybe you don't need it at all. Like, I really want to find a slot for another 2. Okay, if I cut the Seamless, what 2 assets can I put in? I guess I could also list upgrades here. Because yeah. Is there any upgrades that say it's an additional cost to steal a card from the server, spend a click? Oh man, we could cold site server. Yeah, Nico ×2, I think it's the right call. That is the boring answer that's good, I think. Yeah, I think Strongbox is exactly the card I was thinking of. Because Ikoa works great, but I kind of want... Yeah, I can't quite do... This isn't quite a Tranquility Home Grid deck. Yeah, we're just going to over-advance stuff when we need to, and 4 of our agendas won't require it. Install advance on the Ikoa is fine. Yeah. Just Corporate Troubleshooter into Bloop. I mean, if everyone's going to be on Fixed Strength Breakers and Turbine, Corporate Troubleshooter just comes back and blows people up. And that would be kind of sick. Let's build... I want to keep building runners. I'm going to make another off-meta runner. Or, 419 is my... Like, this deck literally received no hate for some reason. So it's just going to be the best deck in the format, I think. Like, I actually think it might beat Hoshipko for the first time in, 3 years. But I do want to try doing some Sable stuff. How do I feel about Virus Asmund? I don't know a particular deck that fits. I don't know what shell that refers to. So I'm a little skeptical. I'm a little skeptical of it on its face because I don't think Crim has that many good viruses. Jamie, the reason you run Gaslight... I know who Az is. I don't know why you're running viruses in Az. I think this is my actual question. Gaslight to fetch fully operational makes your deck many more times, many more, much, blah, 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 many times more consistent. Now, without seamless launch, it's a little bit dicier because you basically are just playing it as 2 extra copies of fully operational. The restore and divert powers may be like cute side uses. Where do you think the last influence goes, Foil Flaws? I think there's lots of options. But this is also, like, frankly, I think there is... I had a deck... Oops. Yeah, it used to go to GFI, but you don't run GFI with Ikoa, yeah. Where was it? This was the Foil Flaws. This is like the Asa list that we were that I stole from you basically to play right before Boat got banned. And so you were using Gaslight for next activation command, seamless launch, and fully operational. 90% of the time it was just for fully operational. It felt pretty good, but I don't know. Without the need to grab next, it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, I think if you just drop the neck, the natches, and just have 2 slots. So, Jamie, I think the difference between Gaslight, like Gaslight to fetch fully op versus like your next econ card, is that Gaslight is you get to flip when it's relevant, and it pays off if you can only protect it for a turn. It pays off, unlike Maryland and Nico campaign, which only kind of do that role. But okay, we were going to build some Sable. So we're gonna just put a lot of the same cards in. Let's just do some deep diving. If everyone's gonna be sports, let's just deep dive on them, right? So we got 5 influence. Can we do Cleaver, Buzzsaw, or wait. We're gonna do... Okay, we're just gonna do everything that everyone hates. Cleaver, Buzzsaw, Turbine, the Galter. Jamie, what cards are you thinking of? Because genuinely, like, I would not rather play a Hansei Review. I wouldn't rather play a Government Subsidy. At least I don't think I would. No, you don't want NGO in that list, though. That list is a never advanced list. Or is mostly a never advanced list. Like, NGO's not that good of an econ card. But you don't need to use 15 influence is the real answer. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. The Ikoas are different, but you're not usually baiting an Ikoa early. Drop a Gaslight to put the Seamless back in? Maybe. Maybe. Wow, you can choose startup / casual. Interesting. I wonder what that means. We have no way of tutoring K2CP Turbine, which is a bummer. I was just about to type in a card name from playtesting, so my mind's clearly in the game right now. Let's see. Yeah, IP block is actually quite good. Yeah, I realize I shouldn't have said that, but hopefully no one's too tilted. That was mostly in jest. I actually wasn't really that close to typing anything in, but I will cut it out with that stuff because I know that frustrates a lot of people, and I even yell at people. So I really shouldn't be double dealing there. I mean, this is just like good stuff, good stuff. I one day want to play Revolver. It was a lot of fun. And I don't even know that you... Like, I think you run 2 revolvers and you probably don't need to do anything. Ooh, Tapworm might be nice. Tapworm might be nice. Awaken Plant seems fine. It's a neat ship. Awaken Plant. I mean, we could run Tremolo. Cut the Cleaver. Yeah, exactly, Sanjay. Like, just dual wield those revolvers. And then we can Tremolo. And then we run probably 2 Wakes. A Zenith. What do we want? Cybernetic. Yeah, I mean, this is the unfortunate thing, is we don't have more cybernetics. We only have 3 in faction. Yeah, so we could cut this to go to a Ghost Tongue. I guess if we're worried about damage, we could be super conservative and also play my favorite art, because I wrote the brief for this guy, and the artist did it way better than I was thinking. Maybe we run 2 Zeniths. Where are we at for rig? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems okay. Maybe we don't need the deep dive. And we can just play good cards. So what do we do with all the spare influence? We probably run deuces. We got 2 cards. 1 influence. There's got to be good options here. Aesop's Pawn Shop, my favorite. Baba Yaga. Is this just better in As? Maybe now it is, actually. Maybe now it is. Yeah, this is a lot of... This actually isn't enough events, I think, to justify... Oh, Class Act. I don't know how that's missing. Yeah, this probably is just better in As. You cut the Penny Shaver for Masterworks. Yeah, we could go back to Cleaver. Is there a hardware we want to install for 2 influence that could make this deck make sense? I don't think we want DZMZ. I don't think that makes us enough. Yeah, I guess we're just playing Runner and we're just doing discounts. Yeah. So Connections is maybe the other place to look. Simulchip for safety, I could see if people are going super aggro. I'm doing Staple, I want to be doing Deep Dive, though. That's the challenge. Alright, none of these I want to run, I think. Nuka could be okay. Install it for 0. We'll give that a shot. We have 1, 2... Yeah, Masterwork. We could try cutting Masterwork. Yeah, we're not doing combos. We really are just doing Penny Shaver. Yeah, I would love to do Beth. It's 1 influence too many, and I think Buzzsaw is much better than anything we have in faction. Okay, so I'll blame this one on chat. And we will copy this. Let's see. I wish I could do you cross out chat and say Peter. I'll have to figure out how to do that. A little surprised actually. I felt like JNet was hopping earlier, but it is a little weird to me. It's like, oh yeah, often more people are watching Netrunner than playing Netrunner on JNet, but then again, like Netrunner does have a more in-person focused play, and Jamie, one day I swear I will come back to our physical in-person meetups. But oh, we're up against cold lava. Time to get opt. Time to get opt. We're gonna get Halfren stuff. Good. Rip us. I mean, this is not a bad start, though. Should have taken the simul chip. Yeah, definitely should have. If there's a lot of rig shooter, I think it's pretty easy to slot a simul chip in here. Glad you appreciate it. It's me. It turns out it was not as hard to set up as I was worried it would be. What you gonna do? Oh, I should switch over to the JNet view. There we go. Well, this is definitely rough for our opponent here. Man, having one... Man, having one more click would be real nice. Then I could slap bones and get more value out of it. But... okay. So let's go Nuka for free, draw. Let's throw down the casts and okay, that's an unfortunate loss. That's the card I didn't want. This is the this is why you run a simul chip, I think. Though honestly, this is why you want to run a clone chip, because you're not going to be cycling on any programs. Oh, you know what you want? You want bankroll. So you can pop bankroll and simul chip your breaker back in. That's what you really want. Bankroll is like a totally oh, that's great though. Cool. Yeah, let's make you go and res that. Because like bankroll is a card you don't mind playing. Would basically be my thesis statement there. Yeah, I actually don't know that I like Ghost Tongue. We've played almost all of our events already. So maybe Reclaim is right. I don't know. So it's Buzzsaw, Credit, Diversion. Beep. Ghost Tongue is another simul chip, yeah. Yeah, maybe it is just Reclaim, though. Maybe that's the right call. I could see Reclaim being the right call. I guess we also have boomerangs, so it's not like we're dead to anything. Are we scoring naked out of server 3? Not a Malapert, though. Okay. Let's install Bones. Let's find out what's in this server. We'll trash a Yakov. We'll run HQ. Okay, Izzy, look, you're completely right. You're completely right that we have no justification for running to be like, oh yeah, we want to play all these cybernetics, and let's play all these support pieces that cost us influence rather than just playing the breaker, which is what we're trying to get. Let's draw here. Cool. Boom. And now we're going to run R&D. We'll access 3 additional cards. I think that's actually okay. Okay, so no agendas in the top 4. Bummer. I forgot that I had a Nuka out. And Foil, I saw you say that immediately after, and I feel quite... yeah. Anyway, there's no real reason not to there. Absolutely none. It's like I've got a Yogg installed. It's like I've got a Yogg installed. Yeah, that is the downside of going cross-chat. Man, so I remember it was like maybe last week I got in a debate with people about what the best... No, it was during the draft. So 2 weeks ago I said, yeah, I drafted the best decoder ever printed, and people disagreed with me about what card I could possibly be referring to there. And I was like, I don't think you... And then I just proceeded to go undefeated with my runner. So clearly, case closed. Tremolo should be a term for cards that look good but force you to play bad cards. I think there's already terms for that, but... Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, this is fine. Let's see. Fuck it. Okay, well, that's a little unfortunate. I don't think Ngolo is as good as Yogg. I genuinely don't. I think Ngolo is a very, very good card. I think Ngolo and Inversificator are very good cards. I don't think they hold a candle to Yogg. Alright, well, so I can maybe do for free at some point in the game, but not anytime soon. I don't think Endurance is as good as Yogg. Hot take. Hottest take. So I wasn't actually playing then, Peter, so that is a blind spot in my knowledge for sure. I actually think these Chesvies are... Like, if these Chesvies were bankrolls, it's not actually costing us slots to put the simul chips in. I think the Chesvies made more sense when we were a different deck. I'll have to try that sometime. I only really know moons in Eternal where it's just like absolutely wild. Jamie, I don't know. I did miss on, like, genuinely, I did miss the highest power period in Netrunner. Of the, like, 2016 to 2017 meta. So. Shuffle and R&D, which means I should be going for an access at some point. Ice wall on the remote. Man, if I find Tremolo, though. And you'll note I lost my one tutor for it. Sorry, I'm trying to follow a lot of conversations here, dear. I would not. I think, yeah, I do think that like Ghost Tongue doesn't make any sense in this deck. I could. There's maybe an. I've found it has paid off in Anarch list for me on occasion, but it probably could be a prepaid voice pad in a lot of cases. Oh, okay, yep. So glad we found those cards. Good to know, good to know. Cool. So I think Ghost Tongue has made 1 credit for us and cost us a card, a click, and 2 credits. Yeah, I think Cold Lava is just gonna get. I'm just gonna let Cold Lava have this one. There's our Tremolo. Let's go Tremolo. Yeah, Mamie is better. Well, now I could actually do. And I think I will. We will fully break border control for 1 credit. All it took was doing a meet and a core to ourselves. Ghost Tongue is now credit neutral. After like 2 more uses, it will be neutral, and then after another 4 uses, it will be a sure gamble. And like, you definitely could make some changes to make the Ghost Tongue pay out a bit more, but I don't think it's actually really worth it. Man, I gotta say, double Chesvi is annoying. Okay, here's another use. Here's a Chesvi. Or double Afshar is annoying. Yeah, we can actually check later, I guess. Oh, I can actually use the Chesvi credits. Oh no, I can spend, which is not the same as lose. Literally a rule I still get screwed up. We can see if it actually even gives me a log for when I played stuff. No, it doesn't actually say if I reduced costs. Installing Rezing Yakov. Extracting an Ice Wall to put a Rashida in server 4 is my guess. I mean, that's just rude. Like, you're not allowed to make good plays against this deck. It should be also worst Miss Bones of all time, I think. Credit neutral from Az. Yep. All it cost me was a card. What a... Oh, I have a second Omakua. Sick. Draw. Man, having to bottom that Zenit was tough. Making 5 off this Yakov. Give me 100% of the bones you don't take. Indeed, indeed. I think there may have been a deck where I played both Mystic and Ghost Tongue, and the deck had enough outlets for it. To not feel like I was making a total fool of myself for doing that. Oh wait, this is like an enemy nonsense, so I just lose, I think. Enemy does 2 and a third. So we draw. Panweave, what a card. Okay, so we're gonna draw 2 cards, then expose an ice and make a run. Run at server 4. Excuse me. Zato. Oh yeah, of course, that's just gonna end the run. GG's. Alright, I'm gonna blame the deck and definitely not at all piloting. Definitely made 0 mistakes in piloting this deck. Okay, so yeah, that Nuka Click does really come back to bite us. All right. So, okay, we're gonna take this deck. That was actually definitely not chat's fault and throw it in the trash. And we're gonna go and find this list, and we're gonna fix it up. How many times did we break a barrier subroutine? 3. 3 times that whole game. And we paid a heavy tax for that. So I think while Bravado is fun, it is not the right card, or it's a very heavy influence investment for not a ton of payout. We can check. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't remember if the Sure Gamble was before or after. So Jamie, the actual comparison point is, what if I had installed a Mystic Mamie instead? Right? That would be the comparison point. Okay, I actually think Raindrops Cut Stone does plenty for us. Ah, well, it's good to know, Cold Lava. I appreciate the generosity. Maybe I do just still play Bravados because I'm actually looking to dump influence. Moshing, I think, is actually quite good. Yeah, maybe we're just gonna run this list. We can cut some no free lunches because it's not as bad anymore for us to play other cards, and we can just go to the 3rd Bravado. And I think I'm starting to like it quite a bit. All right, have a good night, Jamie. The other card we could think about is Get Hype, right? Or is it Amped Up? No, that's the one that's rotated. What's the other one? Running Hot. Ugh, like that card. So, thematically, I think this is not as strong, but... we're gonna try... No, we've got a lot of good launching targets. Whoops. Okay, so let's find... I did get mine, Jamie. Yeah, I played... so, Jamie, I have actually, I think, 3 hours of footage of me doing Tabletop Simulator World Breakers, and then my actual copy of World Breakers arrived, and I did the first 3 solo scenarios again. And I'm drafting a very slightly different deck. What are my cuts here? I mean, it really is the RDSs, right? I am, Jamie. It's like a thing where, like, I'm trying to do too many things right now. And so I do no things instead. So this is netting us 1 credit and netting us 2 cards. Whereas this is netting us 2 credits and netting us 1 card. This is like... maybe I don't need 3 paper clips. We're gonna burn through our deck. Night, Jamie. Let's see. What time is it? Wow, the stream's been flying by. Yeah. Yeah, like, the idea of running hot is you can have a turn where you go, like, running hot, bravado, or running hot, Trishtushka, Katorga breakout, Trishtushka, like, just do these, like, silly combo turns. I think in practice they're just not that good when you have finality available. Like, that just does the work you actually need. Ooh, this will be an interesting matchup. MDC sounds like a name I should know, but for some reason isn't ringing any bells. And there's also a lot, like, I know MJP, but that's not MDC. Oh yeah, she. So I'm less aware of that. But yeah, Trishtushka, Finality, Run R&D, Run Archives is like a pretty good turn. Okay, so I think what we do is we go Sure Gamble, Ghost Tongue. We hit the Steel Skin, which is like the pretty much ideal hit. We now Raindrops cut Stone Server 1. And then we're gonna Pinhole Server 1 after she reses. This is... Yep, this is fine. I mean... Man, does this feel absolutely sick, though. Woof, that is a turn 1. Just play 28 events and Ghost Tongue feels great. Man. Now I am going to regret going down to one whatchamacallits, but do I play the Trishtushka now? Probably. 2 paper clips is going to be a problem for me for sure. But, let's see. How many times have I used Ghost Tongue so far? Not sure. Quite a few. Well, I guess I've used it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Let's actually... We're going to draw 2 cards. Expose an ice. Run on archives. Hostile takeover. GFI. I think last click is Marrow. Hitting the Sure Gamble is unfortunate. There's a world where I play around Boom and just install the Marrow and nothing else. If this is a freaking Kimberlite, I will be rused through the moon. Count me rused through the moon. Also, what is with my bin breakers and just not getting hit? Why do my bin breakers always survive these damage hits? I'm gonna get frickin' Neurospike killed here or something, and it'll be glorious. Ugh. I can't believe I lost that hand. What a Pinhole, Threatening, Ghost Tongue, and Time Bomb. I guess that's actually not so sick. Okay, draw. Sure, let's just keep going for the laundry. Oh, I saw a snare and it was like, let's run on 2 cards in hand. Like, what am I doing? What am I actually doing? Oh my goodness, I was 50-50 to die, and the Black Orchestra survived. Oh, man. They got me, though. That's beautiful. Wait, they don't have me dead here? Oh, there's our paperclip. Just in time. Oh my goodness, this game. 2 Atlas counters probably is enough to win the game. It's now 100% to win the game. What a wild game. Okay, so I just have to top deck Finality here. Let's go. Oh my, and we get the Chishtushka too. Holy sh! What a wild turn of events here. But it didn't work. It just didn't work. We just lose. Oh man. Wild. Holy shit, though. GG. Oh wait, they don't have enough cards to Audacity. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Red Capture does it. Yeah. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Hit 2. Who's running Snare Bad Pub Outfit? I was dead to a bunch of things that game, but that's hilarious, though. We even drew exactly what we needed to win the game there. I think there was 6 points in R&D. Is this Deck of the Week from a week ago? I don't know. Was that Snare running Outfit? That would be wild to me. So it's me. The reason I didn't Shishtushka and run Archives was because the Corp had no cards in hand, and we had seen the top 4 cards of R&D from the Finality, and so Shishtushka wasn't going to see us any additional cards because the Corp would just mill the top 4. Though what I should have done was Good and then run R&D. That's what I should have done. And just hope that I win off the next card. That was a sick game, even if it was a little bit silly. And honestly makes me think that I want actually more Raindrops Cut Stone. So I can just keep face checking into people. But yeah, this game will probably be my last. This will be a pretty normal 3-ish hour stream. Yeah. Sorry, I'm definitely flagging a bit and being like, oh, let me check this on Discord, let me check that on Discord. No, I'm supposed to be entertaining people, so hope you all are having a good time. I hope you all are enjoying the new meta. I'll be interested to see how it ends up landing. It's not going to look like this stream, but you know, we can dream. Yeah, next week I'll try and do Corpse. I don't know. I'm going to do something that's very lazy. Are there videos people want to see? I'd be kind of curious. I'm gonna try and get some good players together and talk about what actually the meta decks might be, but I don't. We'll see. I've only had one confirmed so far, so. Oh, okay. Time to get. Well, this is probably fine. We're gonna get Sandberg this game. That's all JTFQ 99 does. I say as a person who also only plays Asa and only plays Reg Asa, so pot kettle, all that. Yeah, that's 52 cards Sandberg Asa. Jeez. Yeah, no, everyone. This salt should be refined. Sure. Let's draw 2 cards, expose an ice. We'll make a run on R&D. Okay, we're gonna make another run on R&D. Yep, okay. It's a couple of accesses. It's not a lot. Not a lot. It's a good amount of Ghost Tongue value, and we're going to continue to get Ghost Tongue value. Against PE Warroyd how to play against PE Warroyd Prison. It was a send a message in archives? What the? Wild. Okay, so we just kind of have to attack every server here. Actually, I think I might ditch this fermenter just for aggro tools. Okay. The biggest thing actually is probably just finding the Sandbergs before they get scary. I'll pay to trash that, and I'll probably Bravado server 1 here. We're just going to try and actually put some pressure on Asa and not respect them. They don't do that much damage to us. Don't mind finding that, I'll be honest. Res your magnet, come on, I dare ya. I dare ya. Why would we believe in light the fire? Yeah, restore is gonna be annoying though. Like, honestly, what our opponent's gonna do is just install 2 sandbergs. We light the fire one, they res the next one, right? They're playing a 50-something, a 54-card ASA list. Like, they're gonna have redundancies. We saw the restore in hand. We're not playing freedom. I would love to be freedom in this matchup. My botulist does a lot of work. My ID does a lot of work. I need some draw engine here. I need my raindrops cut stone. Maybe we should unban endurance. I think endurance did nothing wrong. I think runner econ did the wrong stuff here. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I mean, the reason I'm trying to charge these remotes so much is to keep the fully op value down. And we've gotten lucky so far by not seeing it. Like, they could definitely be slowing us down here a bit. What are we restoring? Spin Doctor. Spicy. So I just have to run that first click. Alright, gamble, Spin Doctor. We're saving the pinhole for as long as humanly possible. Four credits, so we're just going to keep going to the face. And we're going to go to HQ, I think, as our last click here. Maybe we'll draw. Not sure. So 4, 3 is 7. No, I don't think I'm going to go for this. Then we will run HQ. Ugh, another restore. Yeah, I think I know it doesn't. I'm just trying to... I don't... Am I pointing at stuff that often with my mouse? I feel like I'm mostly just hovering on things, but maybe that would be useful. I don't know. Remember where in the settings that's even going to be. Let's see. But we know that you already have a restore. Okay, you're just like spinning spin doctors around over and over and over again. Now I have to figure it out. I feel like it's got to be in settings. Wait, hold on. Okay. So we're gonna draw. Oh, that's a good draw. I'm gonna draw. We're gonna run archives here because I think this gets the spin doctor out. It does not. Okay. Then we just pop the fermenter down. Ah, here it is. Should be able to see it now. It'll go away when I like move to other panels, but when it's on Firefox now, it should capture. Alright, let's get the Spin Doctor out of here. I don't know why you don't think about it. But I recognize I'm being salty. Because I don't like playing against this deck. I need to actually start drawing cards because I am actually losing this game a little bit. Like each fully op that fires is a thing that gets annoying. Draw up to one card. Add one card from archives to HQ. Ugh. Yeah, I'll steal that. Great. Draw a card. Finality's, I think, probably good here. The loss of the pinhole makes me want to maybe wait on it, but... So it would be like draw, credit, credit next turn or something. But maybe I just say 3 credits, you gotta have it, play the finality anyway. I do actually wonder if we should be playing more vulnerability audit with seamless launch in the game. Like if you're gonna play a deck that runs 5/3s already, it seems not the worst, but I think if you have the option between GFI and vulnerability, even in a deck that's otherwise playing 4/2s, the GFIs can do more for you. Yeah, vulnerability audit is a little frustrating for the cheese wins. Where you just like are like, oh yeah, like there's one card that is different from every other card except a really bad one. Because it lacks some of the other stuff that... Okay, are we gaslighting fully op? Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pinhole threading archives, I believe, to go after server 4 to try and get them to res. Because them getting a fully op and having no assets, totally fine with. This might even be another next Sapphire, I'm not sure. Zero to pinhole feels good though. Zero to pinhole definitely feels good. I actually, like, the thing I really want is for them to go a little bit broke here so I can finality. I guess I actually could have also, like, pinholed one of these servers. That's probably slightly... Well, I think trying to get some information is nice here. Oh, that's a bummer. Probably do trash that, though. We're gonna draw 2 cards. Gain 3 credits. And let's last click go after HQ here. I mean, this is just a click, make a run, gain 3 credits. That's fine with me. We might even just blind finality here, because opponent's playing quite... Yeah, this is like, oh, they played fully operational, but they don't have any cards on the board. That's why I was like kind of okay with going after their other stuff. Like, this is just like nonsense. Is it? What do I have in the bin? I've got MK, or I've got Paperclip, so I think it might be pop this, install this, hit this. And then we're going to run archives as our last click, probably. They can't res a Sandberg, I believe. We're keeping them kind of low on that. Okay, we will break one subroutine, which I believe is going to be the owner cannot steal or trash corp cards for the remainder of this run. And we're going to let unbroken subroutines fire. IA Rock, the purpose of all of these uniced servers is so that they can play fully operational, which says gain 2 or draw 2 cards. Repeat this process for each remote server with at least 1 card in it and at least 1 piece of ice protecting it. And so my opponent's going to be trying to get assets in all of these servers, and then playing fully operational and gaining 2 credits to play it, then like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 credits. And then Sandberg says if you have at least 10 credits, each piece of ice has +1 strength for every 5 credits in your credit pool. Cool. So we have seen half of opponent's deck is gone and only 3 points are out of the game, which is a real bummer for us. We did get opponent very, very low. They are going to play fully operational here, though, and recover completely, which is the annoying thing. Now, we can still play Cheshtushka. Oh, but they know that the top, like, 2 cards of R&D are completely safe here, so they can discard completely safely from the top of R&D, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna draw. We're gonna draw, and we're gonna draw. So I need this Bravado to go. So it's probably going to be something like just Bravado, see the top card of R&D. Let's see. Yeah, there's 2 fully ops down, 2 spin doctors down. Fucking attitude adjustment. Like, this is just miserable. The vulnerability. Oh, that was even live to catch. That's annoying. Yeah, we're just gonna like Bravado one of these random servers. And yeah, like we've seen a good number of cards now. We should probably be on more than 3 points. I shouldn't have let my opponent do that take back if they're gonna play such an obnoxious deck, but hey, you know, it is what it is. It's also like this deck's not even. We're playing a meme runner, and like I don't know how you beat Krim with this list. I don't know, maybe JTFQ. I mean, it's beat me twice now, probably, assuming I lose this game now that I've whiffed on those accesses. I think it's gonna be credit. Let's just run at this server. Do with your best shot. You got it. So that's just going to be an NGO front. Makes some sense. Yep, getting the fully operational back to hand is basically just going to cost me the game. Yeah, I mean, this is just obnoxious. So we're not going to have credits for very long. So what we're going to do is we're going to Cheshtushka HQ here, while opponent's on 2 credits. And we're going to hope that we don't mill an Ikoa, because we can't steal the Ikoa last click here. I discard 1 from hand, 3 from the top. Yep. And then we run archives. 2 credits should get us in. Steal, send a message. Well, if we hadn't let them take back that vulnerability, we'd have won. And we're basically toast now, I think. We have to work very hard to recover here. Because they're going to click. So this card, Nasex, says, whenever you gain credits through a card ability, other than from Nasex, you may spend up to 2 credits to place that many counters on Nasex. So you can spend, like, let's say you gain 1 credit, you can spend 2 credits to put a counter on Nasex. What we're going to see here, wait, hold on. That's not how Nasex works, though. Anyway, you don't, I think? Hold on. I do. Yeah, I'm just wrong about that. Yep, I'm just totally wrong. Ignore me. I'm just salty and annoyed. Okay. We're gonna just install the Marrow. Torgo Breakout actually maybe could do something for us here. Okay. We don't need the Torgo Breakout. We're just going to moshing, I think. Just get some econ going again. We're going to spend our entire turn taking singles on R&D. Yeah, I know Sandberg exists, but like we just click through their ice. They also maybe can't score out before they mill out. Oh, maybe I should have just tried to get the time bomb run in just so I could mill them. Yes, Cold Lava. That I definitely know is true. You definitely can get both. Oh, Sadberg. Jeez. I'm sorry for being just completely an idiot. So it's in server 3 or server 6. Yeah, I think I needed to actually get a time bomb down here. And keeping the Katorga is actually probably my way to win. I have a Shishtushka left, but that's not guaranteed. I don't have... I've got... Oh yeah, I can just kind of... Well, no, because they can Sabo from hand enough now. It needs to actually be card damage off of R&D. What are they doing? Yeah, 7 cards is just too many. They've got Spin Doctors. And, well, no, Spin Doctor is neutral. And I do have a Finality left, I think. Yeah, so I can just actually go for the Finality, let them trash my board. I spent a click. Yeah, I think that is just the play, actually. I mean, have fun resing that. Good for you. I'll save the pinhole that's slightly more likely to be valuable. Fantastic. So I can go click, let them... Do I just go... Yeah, I think I just do this, which is... set up a long contour on the neurospike. That could be what they're doing. Yeah, I'm going to only spend one click on this Ansel. If they want to trash my console, like, power to them. I don't mind playing with a one-card hand here. My cards are not relevant at this point in the game. Why would you install Sandberg, not Spin Doctor here? I don't understand. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? What? The fuck? Fuck. Are you kidding? That's 8 cards from finalities, 0 points scored. 2 Chishtushka, 0 points scored. I mean, I guess sometimes your opponent's just better than you and draws all their agendas. Okay. Absolutely wild. Okay, we're gonna do this. Why not trash the Marylands and R&D? Because I'm not going back through. Okay, so now we can win off the top of R&D. And the server one's not on the agenda. We've got a little bit of time here. It doesn't shorten the amount of turns they have to win practically, I think. Maybe it does. Maybe that was right, actually, Bruno. Because they would have 2 fewer cards in R&D here. Let's go. I mean... Come on. I mean, also, how does this beat Hippo? I don't know. I'm glad JTF... I'm just going to not play JTFQ. I think I'm just annoyed playing this deck, and I don't want to do it. I think in the future. Won't be long till Nasex is gone as this deck is dead. Nice. That'll be nice. I'm just unbelievably tilted by this, and there's definitely... This is the second time I've gotten super tilted tonight, so I'm going to call it a... Definitely was going to call it a night already. Yeah. It's frustrating me because I'm like, this deck is like just preying on the fact that no one plays runners well, and that includes myself. Like, I'm like, oh man, I got so unlucky with X. I didn't see that many cards. Like, I probably saw 18 cards, right? Which probably means I'm about a 50-50. To actually win that game. I'd have to go through and actually count, but yeah, and being a little smart with the sabotage to really try and mill out when you can set them back, but 59 card, 8 agenda deck. Yeah, that's fucked. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to play against that, so yeah. That's just some toxic ass shit. But anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed the games. I actually, I did have a lot of fun throughout. So thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for showing up. And I'll see y'all next week. So.